In today's video, we are going to be using the lunch sack. We are going to make an adorable journal out of these lunch sacks, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So let's get started. Out with our paper bags, and you can use as many paper bags as you want for this. I'm using 10, but all we're going to do is take the bag and fold it in half. Now you want to fold it to where the brown paper bag is going to have the inserts just be the plain bag part. A brown paper bag has the fold at the bottom that makes the bottom of the bag, and we're going to be gluing those bottoms of the bag together. So you're just going to go ahead and fold all of your bags, and then we're going to kind of put it in an assembly line. So we're using Mod Podge today, but you could also use Elmer's glue here if you don't have Mod Podge. I do suggest a foam brush because you get a much more even coverage of the glue, and you want to make sure that it covers the entire part of the bag that you're gluing, so the whole bottom piece. Once we have that glued, we're going to lay it on top of the other bag. You want to make sure you get it as even as possible because we're going to be stacking these on top of each other, and you want it to look like a book, and you want it to kind of be even. Then once you have it all glued together, I took some paper clips and clipped them together. That way the glue was kind of holding on and they were kind of stuck together. If you don't have paper clips, you could also use a heavy book here, something just to kind of make sure that the glue gets evenly distributed. Then we're going to take all the rest of our bags doing the same thing, giving ourselves a generous amount of Mod Podge all over the bag, and then we're going to glue it to the front of the bag. So we're going to again take the portion that becomes the bottom of the bag, glue it to the top or front of the next bag, and then we're going to secure it with our paper clips. I'm going to go ahead, finish up the rest of my bags, and then we're going to go ahead and give it a cover. Now you could use another bag for a cover. I'm going to use this really cute scrapbook paper pad that I got from Michael's. This is like a back to school one. It has some adorable paper in it, but I'm going to use this one because I'm making a back to school journal for myself. If you didn't know, or if you're new here, I am a teacher, and so I am going to go ahead and use this journal as a memory kind of keeping tool for this year. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my paper clips, and then we're going to take our paper and we're going to put our paper to the front. We're kind of measure how much we need. You're going to need the full 12 inches of the paper. Now I wanted the saying to be on mine, and it's backwards from the opening of our book. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the bottom of the paper, and then I'm going to get like a pen and mark on here where the piece of the paper meets the journal. And I'm going to take my paper cutter, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this piece all along the 12-inch piece. I didn't measure how big that was, to be honest, but I think that it's about 5 inches to 5.5 inches. Then we're just going to go ahead and wrap it around. It is a little bit longer, and I should have cut it off before I glued, but I didn't. So you'll see me having to kind of trim it. I think I would have rather trimmed it a little bit before I glued it. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead, take a more generous amount of Mod Podge. You want to make sure that your paper is pretty saturated with your glue. If you're using Elmer's glue, same thing. You can use Elmer's glue here on the paper as well. This is a really thin material that you're going to glue it to. The bag is pretty thin, so it's not repositionable. So just keep that in mind. Like once you put it down, you're pretty much stuck with where it's going to go, especially if you give it a good amount of glue. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around tightly because I am making the spine of my book there in the back, and so I want to make sure that I have a good amount of glue back there, and I want to make sure that it's pretty flush with the rest of my bags. As you can see, when I pulled it tight, I had a little bit of a lip there, and I go ahead and trim it off. It's really not that big of a deal. You just got to make sure that you trim that before you start decorating. Once you have that all trimmed off, I went ahead and went back here and kind of fussy cut out this little saying because I thought it was so cute, and I want to make this the cover of my book. You could put anything here. You could put a cutout. This particular paper pad had some really adorable cutouts. So if you have a paper pad with cutouts, this would be a really cute place to put one. Or you could put stickers or whatever, however you're making your journal or whatever you're making it for. So we're going to go ahead, fussy cut that out. We're going to add some tape runner to this one because I'm just putting it on top of some paper. So I didn't feel like I really needed a ton of Mod Podge for that. But again, use the glue that you have available. We're just going to add that to the front. And then we have this really adorable title cover page. I think it's so cute. I wanted to give you guys just kind of a look for the inside of the journal without anything in it. You can see that we have all of the just smooth pages from the book, or smooth pages from the bags, and so that way it's really easy to decorate and you don't have to worry about the standing up portion of the bag. You also still get the inside portion of the bag. So for example, if you're somebody who likes to collect like movie tickets or concert tickets or stickers or even pictures could go in there, this is a really kind of fun keepsake journal as well. So now we're ready to kind of put some paper in here and get and decorate it up. I'm not going to fully decorate this because I am going to use this for the year and I kind of want to decorate it as I go per month. But I wanted to show you just cutting the paper in between to put in between like each of the pages. So I am decorating this for August through May, and I kind of went with paper that kind of went with each of the months for the most part. I give a plain red one for December, and then the rest of them are all school related. So once we cut them and it's about 5.5 by 5, then we're going to go ahead, lay them down, make sure you have a little bit of the brown showing, and then we're going to just use a tape runner here to adhere it to the brown paper bag. If you don't have a tape runner, a glue stick would work just fine here, or again, you could use your Elmer's glue or your Mod Podge. We're going to go ahead using our tape runner, doing the other side as well, and then you can really decorate this however you would like. I mean, you could have different colors on each side. I have a vision for what I was trying to go for here. Each month, I wanted to kind of journal on the left hand side and maybe add pictures to the right hand side. And so I wanted to have the same piece of paper for each side of the journal. If that's not what you want to do and you're going to do something different with it, or you're going to make a junk journal out of this, because honestly, this would be the cutest junk journal, or an art journal, that would be so cute too. Or one of those glue books. I have never made a glue book, but if you're into the glue books, this would be really cute too because you could just cut out of the magazines and glue it into this paper. So I think these are really compact too, so you could have several of them, over, like whatever you're making them for. I just think they're adorable. So once I got all the papers in from the paper pack, I picked up the scrap paper pack at Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off, so it's $4.99 regularly, and so I'm not sure what that makes it, $3 and something. But it's a really good deal because you get so much paper and they're all different sizes. I have a lot of paper, but sometimes you don't want to worry about cutting, and these were the perfect size. I do go ahead and measure it here for you just so that you can see what the size is of this paper in case you want to make this exact journal. So once we have our papers, we're just going to use our tape runner or glue stick or Mod Podge or whatever glue option we're using here. And we're going to put it here. I thought that I had month stickers because I was going to add the month stickers to this, but I don't actually have the month stickers that I thought I did. So I'm going to go back to Hobby Lobby this week to get my month stickers, but I'm just going to lay down the journaling card here on this left-hand side. I'm going to put the month sticker above it, and then on the other side, I'm going to have like a place for pictures and stuff. I just think this really cute. I've never made one of these for like a school year before, and so I'm really excited to do this because sometimes teaching is so hard and it's really fun to kind of show like the good things that happen throughout your day. I don't have a classroom anymore. I'm what's called an instructional coach, so I help teachers, which is really fulfilling, and I really enjoy that. But sometimes just the environment itself is draining and tiring, and so it's really nice to have a way to kind of find the good parts and to document the good journey of this year. So I'm really excited to do that. But I'm just going to do one for each one of these because we're going to document each month. And then that is really it for this journal. I think it's so cute. I want to know down in the comments, like, what are you going to use this journal for? I would love to know because I could just think of so many possibilities for this. But I hope you guys are going to make one of these. I would love to see them too. So if you want to send me an email of what you're making, I would love to see it. And if I can, I will post it on another video. But I would love just to see how your journals are turning out as well. This is ranking up there as one of my most favorite things that I have ever made, and I am super excited to use this. So I'll probably document this journey along filling it out on Instagram and TikTok. So if you haven't followed me over there, follow me over there so you can see the complete journey of this journal. If you want to keep a crafting with me today, check out this video next, and I'll follow you over there. Stay crafty, friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!